Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jeff Linney coming to you from my home office in beautiful Orange County, California, and I'm going to be giving you guys my amazing Selling Machine 8 review. Now, before I get started, just to be clear, ASM8 does not launch for a couple of weeks. Today, when I'm filming this, is October 2nd, 2017. I'm logged into ASM7 right now, since I wasn't able to purchase ASM8 early. Of course, that wouldn't be fair if I could. So my review is based on ASM7, and from what I understand from the team at Amazing, ASM8 is going to be even better and more like mind-blowing than any of the previous versions. So anyways, guys, just in case you don't know, Amazing Selling Machine has been around now for a few years. 5, 6, 7 years, I forget. This is, of course, the 8th launch of it, and they relaunch it every year or so. In fact, there was actually a break for about 3 years. So, yeah, every couple of years for one reason. It's an amazing, solid course that changes people's lives, and every time people are not able to get into it on time, they always kind of come back and they beg and plead to get access to it. So it's back, and it's gonna be back for 10 days only. I'm starting in a week or so here. So, anyways, guys, I'm logged into ASM7, and I gotta say, the members area itself. Man, who cares? You don't need fancy when you got training this amazing. So you got the members area, and you go straight to the dashboard over here. And that's where you're going to find everything within the course, of course. That's the dashboard, the main page right here. You got a calendar that's going to show weekly calls, etc. You're going to see recent updates from people down here, for example, that maybe got their recent badges. When you complete modules, for example, when you do things like make your first sale, or when you order your first product, or when you make your first, here's an example by Sammy, when you earn your first, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, etc. You're gonna want to sign up. You want to make sure you apply for these badges, and the reason for that is, which you'll actually learn in the training, is it really motivates you to push yourself to go further, and it also motivates you as well to see your friends, your colleagues, your fellow students having that success as well. And so it kind of motivates everybody to keep pushing and doing this. And guys, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but this is not as hard as many people make it out to be. The course itself is about an 8-week course or so. In fact, let me show you here. Hold on a second. We'll go to the lesson player. The course itself is broken into 8. You got the welcome module, which you'll get right away, and then of course you have the 8 weekly trainings here. Each module you're going to want to go through in a week. So for example, the welcome module. Okay, that's just the welcome. It helps you get into the proper mindset stuff. That's about an hour and a half total of training there or so. It's going to kind of go into things, what's coming, what to expect, how Amazon is one of the best opportunities. It reminds you that you're not alone. There's the ASM website. There's the Facebook community. It talks about the badges, like I mentioned before. It goes into my favorite feature, the ASM Mentor Program. You don't have to pay extra for this, but some previous members of Amazing.com that started off just like you, that have found their success, have agreed to come back and coach other students to help along. So, Jason and Matt don't have to do all the work themselves, with all the students they're going to be bringing in. So it really is truly an amazing next level opportunity. And it's not cheap. It's $3,000 and change, I believe. ASM8. I don't know the cost yet. I'm guessing between $3,500 and $4,000. So again, it's not cheap. But one analogy I like to use is the average attorney income, the average lawyer's income in the U.S. is about $135,000, $140,000 per year. And they have to go to school for 4 years. A good friend of mine, true story, he went to Berkeley for 4 years, to Cal Berkeley, and then he had to do, I forget, it's been 15, 20 years now, but he had to do 3 or 4 more years for law school as well, and he spent, 6 figures to go through that training, and while he does very well for himself as an attorney, he's branched out to open up his own business, and he's doing fantastic. He lives out in Beverly Hills. He's doing fantastic, but it took him like 7, 8 years to get there. Then doing everything else, it took him so long. And with amazing Selling Machine, of course, I'm not making any guarantees of what you can do, but some of the mentors, some of the other students, people you'll be meeting and hearing from, are earning every single month what attorneys earn in a single year, and you're able to get to that point within a year or two, or even less in many cases. There's many people that'll post their experiences, and you'll see those, of course, in the members area, on the webinars, on the sales page. or they're making like 5,000 bucks their first month. And the reason why that's happening is you are forced to take action right away. When you go through the training, there's also going to be a live webinar with Matt and Jason and the mentors that very week that covers the same stuff. So week one, you're going to learn how to, week one, you're going to learn how to build your product opportunity list. It's going to show you, how you can, which Amazon marketplace to start with. It goes over the basics, but this is the very, very important stuff. And by the end of week one, you're already building your possible product opportunity list. Now, module 2, and by the way, guys, just to be clear, this is not something you're just going to watch and go back and do later. You're going to be doing this stuff every single week. So by the end of the 8 weeks, many of you will be making money. You'll have your own profitable businesses. So module 2 is about building your product opportunity list. Module 2 is about getting supplier samples and calculating profit numbers. So what I'm doing here is, that's what I do. If I'm going to sell something like this survival paracord watch, for example, or this survival paracord bracelet, which is it's got a fire starter, a whistle, a compass, 10 feet of paracord parachute rope. I'm going to sell things like fidget spinners, as an example. Fidget spinners. I want to make sure the quality is there on those things. For fidget spinners, for example, this little bad boy here, I timed it on a spin on my desk. I got a 7-minute spin out of it. This one was a $20, it's a $25 sale on Amazon, and you can get it on AliExpress for a few bucks. And it's actually solid aluminum. So I set it on my I set this on my desk, and I timed them because people want to know the spin time. I don't know why. There's something about it, but it's just kind of fun to do. And it's fun to see, which ones, go the longest, for example. This paracord survival kit. This is a paracord grenade. Inside of it, there's a fishing kit, fire starters, a bunch of other stuff. So there's different things you're going to be able to sell. In fact, I know people that in my review on my website, I talk about a friend of mine that made $500,000 last year, and I'm not kidding, on Amazon, selling trash cans, selling waste baskets on Amazon. I know someone else that did, I put the numbers on my website, but $25,000 last month selling colored pencils. So again, you might be thinking of typical things like, okay, survival stuff, backpacks, cameras, the typical stuff. But what you'll learn in the course is you can make a lot of money with pretty much anything you can possibly think of. What else do I have in here? I have my survival shovel. It's a little portable shovel with a compass that it folds out, and it's a nice pickaxe and a shovel and a blade and a saw. And my point is though, is I'm digging into this stuff, and I do test every single thing I sell, which is what you should be doing too. And module 3, you're going to actually be, so module 2, you're going to be ordering the supplies. Those might take a couple weeks to get. What I do recommend, and what they cover though, is seeing if they'll do expedited shipping for you. I've gotten things from China. I'm in Orange County, California. I've gotten things from China in under a week before. There's only a few bucks more. Some people will ship it to you for free. Others might just give you the product for free if you cover the shipping. You'll learn about that within the training. But module 3, you're actually going to be ordering your inventory, and you're going to be creating your brand. And I hope you can't hear my son crying. My 2-year-old, is his nap time right now. I'm going to close my office door. Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, it's nap time. He's not happy with nap time right now, so sorry about that. So anyways, so module 3, you're going to be learning how you can create your brand. Now, you're not here just to sell one product. You're here to build a brand. How many people, for example, they will buy a survival paracord grenade for camping? How many of those people will buy a survival watch with the same things? Or maybe a survival bracelet, a survival pickaxe, etc. You're going to learn how to build a brand, how to get repeat customers, how to get customers coming back, how to get customers to buy only from you. It's an amazing thing to do. So you're learning how to build an actual asset that you can even take and sell. You can take it and sell later if you like for a crap ton of money, and that's profit. You got the product selection page stuff, which goes into how you can craft the perfect Amazon listing, keyword strategies. And one thing I like about this, I didn't show you guys yet. Let's see, bullet points to differentiate, the compelling product description. Here we are, the compelling product description. This video here, I love it, by the way. This actually goes in and it shows you guys examples of good product listings and bad product listings as well. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. I don't know if you heard my phone ring or not, but basically I had to go for a couple hours. So, anyways, where was I here? Yeah, the training here, the product image training, the product training in general. This really tells you how to craft an item that converts. It goes into things like the perfect Amazon listing, your keyword research, how to make a traffic-grabbing title. And one of the things that I really liked a lot was it goes into information about the right and wrong types of product images. And it's something I didn't show you yet, but if you look at the bottom here, is every module, every single video on here comes with a downloadable PDF file as well that kind of goes through everything as well. And I'm not going to show you everything, but one of the things I liked a lot from the image one, for example, was it shows you the stuff, but then it gives you every single thing it talks about to look at. So here's an example of a bad product listing, for example. It shows the product by itself. It's ridiculously boring. It tells you why. Here's an example of a better one because it shows it's a better picture. And then here's an example of of a really good one down below because it shows the product being used. So that's just kind of a lot of the stuff you get. Is it really goes into these small things that many people wouldn't even consider. For example, that person with that bad product right there, and it shows you how you can craft the perfect listing that's going to, I don't want to say guarantee, but it's going to certainly increase your conversions if you actually follow through and do it like you learn. So yeah, moving on down, that was Module 5, the perfect product page. Module 6 is you're getting, this is week 6, you're getting ready for the product launch now, believe it or not. You are actually going to be launching your first product on week 6 or maybe week 7 if your product shipments are a bit late, for example, but by the 6th week, you should be lining up for your first product launch itself. So this is 6 weeks after you start the training, which is fantastic. So a month and a half, from now, right before freaking Christmas, in December, you can be launching your first product or products as well. And it goes through everything you could possibly want to know, how to prepare, shipments via FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon, which you're going to want to do, at least initially, until you can maybe get your own warehouse later. It goes into things like getting product reviews, how you can rank your products, using Amazon giveaways, how you can even do pre-launches, and there's just so many amazing tricks and things that I never would have thought of, and I certainly noticed now that I know what to look for. Many other people have not thought of as well. Then, of course, you got Module 7, which goes into a lot of advanced marketing and traffic tools, and I'm not going to give that stuff away now. And then Module 8, taking your business to the next level. And then I want to show you something here. The weekly calls and supplementary lessons. You have an additional 15 hours here. Now, this, of course, is ASM 7. So you're going to be getting this stuff, at ASM 8, each weekly call, which is usually 1 to 2 hours here. So yeah, you got the kickoff call, 52 minutes, hour 20, almost 2 hours there. So they vary between 1 and 2 hours here or so. But overall, you ended up getting about 15 hours of additional training to go through there over that 8-week period as well. And then, of course, even beyond that stuff as well. Let me go ahead and close out of this. If we go back to the dashboard, you're going to see a private resource vault as well, where you can download documents and files, every single document for every video, different files, references, everything you could possibly want to know. You go into things where there's you can earn the monthly badges and manage your stats. And then actually one thing I didn't show you real quick, let me back up into a product listing here, is up on the top here above there, you're able to click Q&A. And you can actually ask your question right here and get it answered by one of the experts. And there's something else you can do. I'm not going to go into it now because they're revamping it. But there is the forum. There's a forum. You can click onto a link right here. If you look at the mouse at the bottom, where it goes to a discussion forum for that particular video. So you can discuss things even further from there. So it's pretty freaking fantastic. And then something else I wanted to show you guys. It's not popping up for some reason now, but there's also a live chat option as well, which I don't know why it's not showing up for me at the moment, but it was there before. But there's an option at the bottom here, where, again, it's not there now, but it was there even an hour or two ago, where you can simply click on live chat. And I'm probably just missing the obvious link here somewhere. See, do a Control F for, yeah, we are at the very bottom, live chat. You click on that button right there. And it's more visible on the left side usually, on the right side usually, but you can even live chat with one of the Amazon, the ASM mentors right here as well. And then once you minimize it, that's when it goes down there below. So there you are. I closed it before, so my bad. Anyways, so yeah, guys, I mean, there's really so much to go into here, and only so much I can cover via video, obviously. If you want more information on this, and you probably should, if you go to Google, you can actually search for Amazing Selling Machine 8. And you're going to find my website, jefflenny.com. Now, you might already be there right now watching this video embedded on my review, or you might all just be watching this on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, if you want to click a link down below, I'm going to put a link down for my review. But just a little bit from the top of page 1, and I'll be up there before this launches. Oops. There we are. Is you have my review. And my review goes into details far beyond what I'm even talking about here. Let me show you real quick. Now, I should be clear, my review is not completely done as of right now, October 2nd, but this will be done by the time the product launches, by the time you're watching this. But I got about 2,500 words and growing here. And I just simply talk about a lot of what's in the module. Here, for example, is my friend that made $500,000 last year selling office trash cans. 45,345 was his month before for September, I believe, or maybe August, I forget which one, but he did 500,000 in 2016 with this. Another friend of mine, well, actually an acquaintance online, I haven't met this person, but they made 25,000 selling colored pencils, and it started only in March of this year. And I believe that's actually April. I do need to change that, so I'll fix that before the, yeah. So they started in April, my bad, not March, but still, even better, that's even quicker. So then I go into more stuff down below, of course, proof that I have it, which you've obviously already got. I go into what you get within the members area, another screenshot there of the members area. And then I've got a listing of the modules here that goes into more detail as to what each one is about, what each one covers. There's me, excuse me, holding my Amazon samples, for example, from Alibaba for the survival stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to scroll through and read the whole thing to you here. But something else that I don't have complete as of the time I'm doing this video is my bonus. Now, it's not complete yet again, but by the time you're watching this, it should be complete. I've got some pretty kick-ass bonuses here. There's just me with Onyx Singal, Dory Friend, Aiden Booth, friends of mine, people I've worked with before. But I know that Amazing is going to be offering a $1,000, actually I think more this time, but a $1,000 or more inventory guarantee, where if you if you go through the first 6 modules or so, and you're not able to sell your inventory that you already purchased, they're going to buy that back from you for up to $1,000. And again, it might be more by the launch of ASM8. It could be $2,000 or more. But I decided to add my own guarantee onto that. So once, if you do, for example, buy a whole bunch of stock and you're not able to sell it, for example, I will buy back after ASM, I'll buy back an additional $2,500 worth of inventory myself. Now, there's a few rules. I do want you to complete the first 6 modules and show me the proof, and you must also ask for this buyback guarantee within the ASM 30-day refund period. Something else I'm offering here as well is product images done for you. Now again, I mentioned images are going to be huge. You're not, I suppose some people can, but you're not going to want to simply use your iPhone and snap images on your desk. There's a way to do them right and a way to do them wrong. And I'm actually friends with a photo studio owner here in Orange County, believe it or not, that has agreed to do the photos for me. So I'm going to be able to get you guys a bunch of photos at the value is $300 in that. And I can either get you simply stationary photos, or I can get you some of the product in use, for example. As an example, if you were going to be selling a paracord bracelet, as an example, it might be a picture of the bracelet on her wrist, or an action shot of someone maybe lighting a fire with it or something. But again, it depends. We'll discuss that later. And if you really like, if you've got a photographer near you that you like, I can certainly foot that bill for you as well, for up to $300. And of course, bonus 3, I've got a lot more coming soon. So anyways, I'm going to be adding this video here underneath my review up top there. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, don't be shy. If you go down to the bottom here of my review, you're like this person here did, you're able to leave a comment for me, and I'm going to respond to those comments with any questions, concerns, complaints, whatever. I'll respond to those within 12 hours, if not sooner than that, assuming it's not 3 in the morning and on a Saturday or something, So if you have any questions, please, do not be shy. Let me know. Leave a comment down below. I get notified of that right away on both my Gmail and my iPhone as well. And I want to help you guys succeed with this, and I want to make sure that you guys are happy with your purchase. But you know, guys, having said all of this, I've got to give this thing a nice 2 thumbs up. Of course, yes, I do get an affiliate commission from this, so if you do purchases via my link, you're going to get this stuff plus a whole lot more. But the reason I did this video and this review is I wanted to show you I'm not just recommending this without actually having gone through it myself. This is legitimate training, some of the best Amazon training I've ever seen. Again, it's not cheap, but if you compare it to things like law school, for example, or medical school, for example, you know, where you can make $150,000 a year, you know, there's potential to do much more than that in a much quicker rate using this business model. And I've got to say, there's been some other amazing courses this year on e-commerce and Amazon stuff. I think Amazing.com or Amazing Selling Machines is probably the best. It's also the most famous one, the most popular one. The reason for that is because it works, and because of the ridiculously awesome success stories people are having with it. Anyways, guys, having said that, again, any questions, don't be shy. I mean that sincerely. I mean that with all sincerity. I said sinceriously. That's kind of a combination of sincerity and seriously. Feel free to use that. I mean that with all sincerity. With all sinceriously. That was a joke that time. Anyways, guys, thank you again for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.